and come in to destroy it. They also try and take down the garrison, placing a quick spawn portal there, but defensive response from frogs is swift, and the danger is averted. We have a look to see what's going on over on the west hand side. We see that the beasts have fought them back and are now starting to try and put pressure on the frogs garrison. The spawn portal is the first thing that the savages go to take out, as well as one, but as they move on to attack the beasts, they have missed one conjurer, I think that's Pistolero, who is trying to take out that human garrison. He's out of range of the arrow tower, hiding in the shadow of it. One recall placed by the human commander brings a savage in to help defend. And although Pistolero did well to get that garrison down to about 60% damage, he has to hide in that shadow of the tower. Humans rebuild their mid tower, and meanwhile one squad is still pressuring the beast main, even though they've put a spire up. The east expansion is all safe for the humans, and as we go into their base we see that they now have an academy built. They're going for a very spread tech. This is to increase map view. Main fight going on is between the human south expansion and between the beast west expansion. That tends to be raging back and forth, but since both bases now have towers and spires, a lot of it is taking place in the middle. The other battle is taking place right on the Epic Warriors main base. A mixed squad, including a chaplain, builder, a scout and a legionnaire, have made a concerted effort at taking down the tower. That included good use of the builder's shield generator, which prevented the spire from firing bolts on the attackers. They now move in. The legionnaire is concentrating on taking on the enemy units, whilst the scout starts taking down the base mine. Notice they're focusing on the mine again, further crippling the Epic Warriors' cash flow. Hunters spawn quickly to defend, but with this tech imbalance it's going to always be difficult taking down the legionnaires with their high amount of health with just hunters. The mine in the Epic Warriors main base has been destroyed again. This is not going to help them with their technology. Defense comes quickly and the attackers are cleared out. If we have a look over what's building here, we see that the technology is advancing and a sanctuary is now building. Moving over the top to have a look in the middle, we see that that garrison is up, still safe, their south expansion fine. But if we have a look in the humans base, we see a siege workshop is now beginning to build. So the humans are about to finish their tech, whereas the beasts still have predators and a charm shrine to go. In game terms, that is a lot of cash. Now, with legionnaires, humans make a concerted assault on the beast's west base. They focus on the sub-layer and ignore the stratospire for the moment, as the sub-layer was only at 60% health to begin with. Defenders spawn to try and protect it, and a battle rages in the shadow of the spire. In this case, the humans kill the beast defenders and finish off that sub-layer. Epic Warriors now do not have any expansions on the map. Once the sub-layer is done, the humans press on to the stratospire, and with 3 of them, buffed by the commander, it's taken down quickly. Finally, they turn their attention to the mine. Beast by this point have now rebuilt their base mine, so they're still maintaining upkeep. Upkeep is a very important thing to maintain throughout a match. Losing upkeep means your buildings take far more damage. As soon as that mine goes down, you see a garrison is placed by the human side. So once that goes up, they'll have all the expansions as mid as in the first round. That human squad starts to press up towards the stratospire, which is defending the beast main, but the officer has been recalled. A savage and a legionnaire is enough to take down a stratospire, however, especially with a commander buff. The commander drops the armor buff, which helps greatly against towers. The pair of them then take out the stratospire. No sign of defense in there from the beasts. That is because they are focusing their efforts elsewhere. As we move over, we see that there are a few beasts in the human main base, causing trouble and distracting. The beasts then reconvene to focus an attack on the human mid. First off, a group of hunters all charge into the arrow tower, performing wing spins. This is to cover the 2 sacrificing shapeshifters running towards the garrison. As the arrow tower drops, the 2 sacrificing shapeshifters get into position, and their explosions, quite close to one another, take down the garrison. A nice move from the Epic Warriors. As we can have a look over on the humans' new expansion, this is closest to the enemy main base, so they are fortifying it with a arrow tower, a cannon tower and a shield tower. The fact that they can drop them all at once shows just how much cash is flowing into the human coffers now that their tech is up. No defences in their main base. They could be vulnerable to a backdoor, however, beasts do not have any siege up as yet. Still no expansion close to the beast base, and they're still left with just a nexus and a sanctuary. Few beasts charge towards the newly fortified base to try and take down the cannon tower before it finishes building. However, with Journeyman on it, it's too late and it's a slaughter. As you can see, there's more building activity happening in the Beast main base, and they're trying to get up a stratospire to defend against incursions from the west. The stratospire goes up in time to take out an incoming savage. Now that humans have most of the map secure, they get a team of builders into the centre and begin building a hell shrine. Now, in public games, it's always advisable to build a garrison first next to the hell shrine so your team can start building there. However, with the number of players playing on this map, it's just 7v7 including the commander, it's quite possible to put up a hell shrine with just builders if you know where the enemy are, especially if they're being pressured on their home turf. As soon as the hell shrine comes up, Cosm and Kabakudo both go into Malphas form. I imagine the rest of the team now are popping back into the nearest garrison to get siege units for them to cover. In the meantime, Cosm and Kabakudo clear up anyone who's trying to take out their hell shrine. And here come the siege units. We can see steam bouchets coming along. Now the enemies, the Epic Warriors throw themselves at the siege units to try and take them out before they get too close to base, but with 2 Malphai protecting them, they're quite safe. Now moving on to have a look at the Epic Warriors main. This is the path that they'll take. 2 Malphases and I think 3 or 4 siege units. This is going to be very difficult to defend against at this point in time. Now, although Epic Warriors do have shamans against the Malphases, generally predators, especially buffed up with shields of wisdom, would be the best way to go. However, 2 Malphases concentrating on defending their siege units, I think it's going to be the end of the line. Now, although the beasts do have a Chlorospire on their main, this number of siege units can inflict enough damage to overcome 1 Chloro. Focusing their fire on the main layer, the Malphases stay by the siege units to give them the cover they need to finish it. Even so, rushing from the defenders takes down some of the siege units. The damage has already been done though, and the enemy layer is fading. Well played to both Frogs and Epic Warriors, but this match is all about the Frogs. Tune in next Sunday at www.justin.tv/COILKillerTofu for the next matchcast of the Savage 2 COIL matches.
A gold mine is getting low. Arrow tower construction complete.